The days are long and hot, but there's landscaping and gardening that needs to be done. With 30 years of experience of working in long, hot summers, I've come up with some ways to stay cool, and I want to share those with you in this video. From hats to shirts to fans, and even how you can incorporate your deep freezer into helping you stay cool while you're out in the yard. Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Warren, and you're watching The Plant Doctor. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about are hats, and then we'll move to fans, we'll move to clothing, and then I'll talk about the freezer. And at the end, I'm going to show you how I use all this together to try to stay as cool as long as possible. But hats, you may have seen this one on social media. I got this one for a Father's Day present, and it's really good. I'm going to leave links to all of these down in the description below. I'm going to give you the pros and cons of each. And so these fans are solar powered. You can also charge them with a USB-C. So when I got this in the mail, it came with no instructions. I kind of had to figure all this out by myself. So right here, I hope it shows up, there's a button you can push. That turns on the fan. And if you hit the button again, the fan goes a little harder, and then that's the highest speed. So there are 3 settings on the fan here, and then you can turn it off. The solar panels, they do work. So when I'm in the sun, I feel the RPMs of the fan increase, and when I'm in the shade, I feel it decrease. So the solar panels are doing something for these fans. Another thing I like about this is that you can rotate the fans exactly where you want it. If you want it more on your face, you can rotate it in like this. If you want it more on your chest and neck, you can turn it like that. Another thing I like about this hat, huge brim, covers your neck, covers your ears, covers your nose, your face, all of it. Also adjustable on the back, so I wear a 7 5/8 fitted cap. I have a rather large head and it fits me really well. What do I not like about this hat? You might can hear it. So if you're working in the yard with other people, you may not hear them because these fans, they do make some noise. Also, another thing that I really don't care for is when you walk, I don't know if you can see that or not, this is a little heavy. It tends to bounce up and down. It's a trade-off. It's a little heavy on the head, some noise reduction. You can't hear people talking, or like maybe a dog's coming towards you or something, you won't hear that. But it does keep you cool. I can rotate the fans exactly where I need it. Overall, thumbs up. I love this hat. It does its job. Ladies, this hat is kind of for you, or men if you have a ponytail, this one's for you as well. This one's actually my wife's hat that she wears in the yard. It has a pull out in the bottom that covers your neck, but also, if you look here in the back, it has a place for your ponytail. So you can put your hair in a ponytail, get the hair off the back of your neck, helps keep you cooler. Run it through here, fully vented on the sides, so you get some airflow in there as well. The downfall doesn't have fans like the other one. It may get a little bit hot up under here. So here again, this is a trade-off. It's keeping the sun off the back of your neck, but at the same time, it's probably holding some heat back there as well. So if it gets too hot for you, you can actually snap that and hold that cape off the back of your neck as well. A downfall with almost any of these, what I call bucket style hats, and this is one of my favorites. It's lightweight. I like the fans when it's really hot, but say it's just in the 80s outside, I'll probably wear this one. Is when I go to mow grass, or if I'm running something else that's gas powered, it's loud, say a blower that runs on gas, and you put on your hearing protection, it tends to fold up the flaps of the hat. It takes away from some of the shade, so your nose, the back of your neck are exposed to the sun. And so that is one of the downfalls to using these buckets hats. If you're using earmuffs, these are getting folded up, and some of the protection from the heat and the sun that the hat's providing is taken away. Let's talk fans. And the first one we're going to look at is this neck fan. So it has power button here on the side. And just like with the hat, there's a low setting, you hit it again, there's a medium setting, hit it a third time, it's high setting. So you can put this here, air gets taken in on the sides. There's vents here that blow all the way around to the back of your neck. So you're getting a breeze on the side of your neck, on the back of your neck. I like these a lot. The only issue that I have with them is if you're moving around a lot in the garden, say you're bent over pruning and you're up and down picking up sticks and pine cones and whatever else, this tends to move a little bit. And so it'll come off your shoulders and you stand up, it comes back down. But other than that, I like it. If you wear it for long enough, say for more than an hour, you'll probably start to feel it on your collarbones a little bit as well. But other than that, these are really handy to have around. To me, the noise that it produces is not as much as the hat that we looked at earlier. It had the fans on them. I feel like I can hear people and hear, say like a dog comes up in the yard or something. I'm gonna know it's there when I have this on. Where with the hat, it feels like the sound's more directly to your ears. And so there's a trade-off there as well. So one thing that you could do is, if you want one of these fans, is just get a regular bucket hat with no fans. So you're getting the benefit of the shade here. It's keeping the sun off everything. Plus you're getting air pushing up here as well. So that's one of the combos that I'll use a lot of times, is to use this in combination with this. And then you have these pocket fans. To me, they're not as good as the neck fans. Just like with the neck fan, you got a button. There's 3 settings. There's a low, there's a medium, and there's a high setting. This can fit in your pocket, so if you don't need it all the time, just say you want to sit down for 5 or 10 minutes, take a break, you can pull this out of your pocket. Also, you can wear it like a chain or a necklace, and it has an adjustable strap. I wouldn't really recommend walking around in the yard with this because it's going to bounce around a lot. And when you bend over, it's going to move around. This is more for in line with, okay, I really don't need a whole lot of heat protection or cooling off today. Say it's only in the lower 80s and cloudy. It's not that bad outside, but you do want to take a 5 or 10 minute break. You can hold this in your pocket, pull it out when you need it, and it's just a nice way to cool off. So the next thing I want to talk about, I actually have one on. Wear moisture wicking shirts. I have probably over 100 videos up now on the Plant Doctor channel, and I'm gonna say in like 90% of them, I'm wearing one of these shirts for a couple of reasons. One, it's a nice place to put my microphone. Also, it looks semi-professional, has a collar, but most importantly, I can wear this, and as long as it's not super humid outside, it will actually wick the sweat away off of my body. Now, when it's super humid and the air is saturated, you're not going to get that moisture wicking effect as much. But what you're looking for is material. I hope this shows up. It says moisture wicking, okay? So this is a poly fiber. There's a lot of different companies that make them. Columbia makes a really nice moisture wicking shirt. This particular brand that I have, this is Magellan, so Academy. This is kind of their store brand, if you will. And so they're a little bit cheaper in terms of price point, but they do the exact same as some of the more expensive shirts that you're going to find on the shelf. I really like these. I'm outside a lot, and I like wearing these shirts. For those super hot days when it's 95 plus and you're in Georgia, Alabama, the southeast United States, and it's 100% humidity, this is my ultimate go-to for attempting to stay cool during those summer months. So I mentioned earlier about incorporating our deep freezer into cooling off. And so what I'll do is I'll wet a bandana and I'll put it in the freezer. So it's ice on here. And we'll just put it on. Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. And I'll explain the Little Debbie here in a minute. All right. Then I put this hat on and turn the fans on. So as the ice begins to melt in this bandana, that cold 34, 35 degree water is coming down my face. The fans are blowing on it, and it helps me to stay really cool on those really hot days. So I told you I'd tell you about the Little Debbie. Weird sponsorship combination here. So Little Debbie actually sponsors the Ironman event in Chattanooga. Little Debbie's a Chattanooga-based company. They sponsor the Ironman. I did that a few years ago. If you don't know what the Ironman is, it's a 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike ride, and a marathon, so 26.2 miles back to back to back. And this was in the sponsorship packet. So I don't know, I find it a weird juxtaposition that a snack cake company's sponsoring a mega endurance event, but I've held on to this and it has been a lifesaver. I wet it, I freeze it, I put it on, and I'm ready to rock and roll. If you have anything that you do to help you stay cool during these hot summer months that I did not go over, please leave those down in the comments below. Guys, as always, thank you for watching our Plant Doctor, and until next time, happy gardening.